Hello, all you early birds, all the night birds. It is in the United States, over the pond, but I'm in Denmark, and everybody's. So there's this guy. He's got the nerve to say that, hey, you gotta speak English, don't say Danish, and on your channel. And I said, what is it to you? You don't watch it anyway. Or else you would just say, okay, this is an international thing. Because I have friends in New Zealand. I have friends who come up sometimes from United States, even Australia. Uh, and then all the other, all the British, Uh, it's like, but what I want to talk about this morning here is this is a little cheesy coming from me, but it can't be gang stuff and who's shooting who. And you see, we have a whole other gang culture than you. You see, the same amount of people are dying. It shows. I did some research on some statistics. It's same, man. We have a bad place out here. That's a real hood. We got hoods in Denmark. People, I had the dumbest question. There was literally a guy who said, "But how can there be hoods in Denmark? There's no black people." So I guess a hood, they have to be a black people. They have to be black people. There are black people though, and they are in the hoods. Some of them, but we also have some of the most respected musicians as people from the hood. So, but right now we got a guy. We got a place called Trilligårds. That that's where all the music comes from. All the new, and that's they're totally buying Suge Knight's death row look. It's that look they're going after, like big cigars, um, ladies, jewelry, all the same shit you see in the United States, you know, just in a smaller scale, because hip hop ain't that big. It's big in Denmark, and if you go to New York and you go in to the new hip hop museum they got there, one country you'll see more than other countries is Denmark because we've been on the map and on the hip hop map for years. And we've been doing solid productions. We're one of our great um, our great record companies. And I don't care about what people say. Where you're from. You have to speak the language you're from. I don't give a fuck. I'm not here to be. I'm not here to. I talk this because it helps me. I talk this, and I even got a job out of it. You see, people from my work, they saw me and they said, "Hey, can you make some English to us?" And I said, "Yeah, I would love to." And I'm literally going out uh, speaking English to these because there's a requirement for it because there's some suddenly there's some English speaking people who want to go on these tours, but they can't because they got no English guides. I'm going to be one of them. And so when back in the days, I was told that you can't hold lectures. You can't keep your keep what you're going on. You can't keep that. But I do. I had some cards to help me, but I know the story so much now and what it's about. If I tell it like kind of differently, thank you, man. Yeah, Carlton, you bet. But the sad thing about it is, I'm becoming more and more of a bitch smoker. But yeah, I'm very thankful for that apartment, because it's not something you actually just get. It's like what the fuck? No, then I can go up and get me a cigarette once. But thank you, and that apartment that means a lot. Sitting down, sitting on the couch. My guitars are standing. I got the headphones. Gotta remember the fucking headphones, man. Because here, where I've been living, it sounds, it's gonna sound a little weird now. You see, it's a crisis house. You go, you see, my wife, she just threw me out. She didn't give a fuck where I went. So, um, she just wanted all the shit that I bought, for my money. But it is what it is. It was ours money. Yeah, but come with a quarter million, save it, and spend it with me, and we can talk about not a quarter million, almost. Ah, goddamn women. Can't live with them, you can't live without them. You know. But I'm not like, I'm not that angry anymore. Oh, gotta check. So it's goodbye. you know, Chile, that's a very old place. Carlsberg would be Copenhagen. Actually, I jumped from there down the water. It was a long jump. I'm not shitting you. Oh, I know you spell house. It's some 50 kind of art, isn't it? It's a new artist. Well, I just saw today Holgaroon, you know, fuck around with this tennis. Shit, huh? Kid just won 6 million or $1 million. What the fuck? Just in a tournament. What the fuck? See, I always put this over, and this is just a plain simple over my pedals. Look, I got what you're supposed to get all what you're supposed to have. But this one is actually one of my, and it's a cheap guitar, but you know what? It doesn't work. And I gotta find out what the fuck the problem is with it. Um, this one, love this Telecaster. That's a Fender, you know. A Fender, Bender, Fender, Bender, Fender, Bender. Oh shit. And then, actually, I played more on this one than I ever thought I would because it was just it's a strat, and it's got this sound and everybody knows. If you and now I'm doing it without the pedals, just plain how it is. Oh no, it's there's totally much like. Can you hear it? It's total. It's very. And if I just take it a pinch up, so it's just the sound of the. It's just a very good sound. This is A minor. It's just saying like this, It is, but it sounds good, and no matter where you play it. So sometimes you just, I see a lost one from the bushes. I don't give a fuck. This is just for educational purposes. No, actually, I do mean that America's got the best. No, it's not a jam session like that. It's just just playing some shit. Uh, but I guess one got butthurt because it's like when you're playing what you. Uh, it's not something I work. It's just Carlton is right. It's just jam. It's just you take a guitar up and then you try to tell how it sounds. But how? Why tell it when you can show it? And that was just that was my end game with it anyway, to show that that's the sound I work on, but it can do pretty much else. I don't need more. Um, I can play with a lot more, and I do that. It was just to show that's the raw American Stratocaster, Stratocaster, and that's this guitar. I think that's the most famous, most played guitar in the world, and one of the best guitars. In my opinion, and I do mean this, if I could get my hands in a Strat from like 80, no, like 772 or like 60, just 60. Are you crazy? I would like, man, shit, that's a whole other level, you see. Oh, I forgot to do some shit. Shit. No, in the morning, I do have to take some lung medication, some pills with that. Um, because, I'm an old rock and roller. I mean, I say it as it is, because I tell a little about my story every one single day, and I'm not actually not supposed to do it because it's now it's I'm working with I'm telling my story, so I can't just go around telling my story to everybody. And I asked for that, particular question because I was on a record company for fucking 7 years, hating it. I hated it. Everybody hated it. It was just a fucking bullshit time. Content is king, man. Yeah, let's make some more fucking content. Content can be everybody, man. It can be everything, but content is always telling you what you see. I had nothing, like nothing, after having a lot. Now I have nothing again, but I have my guitar suddenly. You see, I built something. Uh, and it sounds like nothing, like kind of nothing to you because you haven't been in my situation. I literally lost everything once: guitars, girl, money. She could not anymore. And I would not anymore. You see, back in the days, I didn't want to get anybody girls to get control over me. And I let a fucking woman get control over me. She called the fucking cops on me. I did nothing. I did nothing. My brother, he said, because they called him, and my brother knows me. And he said, if they called my brother and said, hey, your brother, he's crazy. He's taking a bender on cocaine or something. We don't know what the fuck is going on. And this is like 9 years ago. And my brother was, shit, is he that crazy? Yeah, he smashed the whole apartment and he smashed his dad's guitar. And my brother was my dad's guitar. And my ex-wife, she said, yeah, 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 yeah. So, you know what? She called the cops and said I did all that. But you see, the problem with that is you can't lie about something like that. If I would, and I should, people saying to me, I should, I could, just call the cops and say, hey, you did something fucking wrong. I see you in court, motherfucker, to that particular cop. You know, because one thing is to call me and to take the situation serious. But another thing is just to drive me out of town. That was something that never to happen. And she was a bitch, man. She was a real one, man. She's the reason why I literally talking about it. Exactly. Thank you, Carlton. Yeah, 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 yeah. And you know where we go with that? Because in Denmark, it's all about we're such I don't know, you know, I think I don't know. But they said a man can't be in crisis. That's why I'm here where I am. Because it's the first crisis center for men. Because before this year, 2022, men couldn't be in crisis in Denmark. But listen here, you see, if the woman calls the cops and says she's afraid of her man, no matter how he looks or how he is or what he do, she will always get. They will give her the keys and say, "We'll take care of him." That happens 99 times out of 100. One time, maybe they think, hey, what's wrong here? You go in there and you go in there. It was not such thing. She was just crying, using her female. They was, yeah, and they took the woman's side, and I was like, God damn it, she's fuck. You know what she took? And this is so, I think it's so inhumane. My parents just died, and my parents wanted me to have some nice shit when I was gone. And the nice shit was I had my dog, whom I've had a a rough time coming over. And me and my dog, we could walk like for hours and hours and hours. She said to me, who do you think the dog is the dog's owner on the paper? I said, no, you don't use that. Please, come on, have some fucking heart. She chose to use that fucking Don't you think I could have find something? I could have lived with that motherfucker. I would have lived on the street the whole summer. That wouldn't have been a problem. And then now I'll find a place, you know. Uh, and I was, she knew when she called the cops that I was just, because, I was in a gang when I was younger. I was not in the gang. I was with the gang. I was not actually, I did not get all the right shit. But it was called ACAB, and everybody knows what that stands for. That's yeah, 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 yeah. But it's been a roller coaster. I tell you, Colton. She's been like killing me with. But then she took my 80-inch TV. A man that's got an 80-inch TV, flat screen, like with all kind of shit in it, you know, Netflix and all the other things, HBO and shit like that. But that's the thing we can buy again. But she used it with my fucking inheritance money. That's what makes me angry. It's a thing she bought for the money I got from my mom and dad's death. Don't you think I should have got that TV instead of she's lying there? It don't mean a shit to her because it's just a thing. Because she hated my parents the reason when I said I don't want anything to do with you or nothing. You just and I just I was standing on it. She was tired of me just because I had a depression after my parents died. Who the fuck don't? It is screwed up, man. Who the fuck called the cops on a guy who's just getting over a depression? She didn't even give me like over a year. It was like, don't go, if, don't fall in love with that woman if you need to have a heart afterwards. And like it's not like I'm cold, but I don't give a fuck about anybody or anything right now because I miss my dog, and that's the truth. I miss my dog like ah, but it is what it is, man. Dogs you get again, but not the same, and that's what I mean. It was a dog of mine, It was the best friend I ever had. When I played, he could lie. He could lie in the sofa. I would play something, something on this guitar, something like oh, I would play some Spanish. Uh, Yeah, thank you. My parents, man, they died of cancer within 4 weeks. Bang, bang. Then they were gone. Hit them with the headshots. Isn't that what Son Campbell says? And I'm going to rock that snot box. Yeah. But I guess he's a good guy. Good enough dude. I forgot something in there. Yeah. Sorry, I just need some shit here and I can't get it out. I need to. I just can't get my cigarettes. And I got them here. And I'm going down again. I'm going down, 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 down. And thank you for my parents. Rest in peace, and I hope they rest in power. They were good, very good parents. We didn't always have a lot, but my dad, he suddenly got rich fast. His family was rich though. I come from a fucking dynasty, a commercial dynasty, an advertisement brand that was huge. Think I got a book about it. Yeah, this is the book of evolution. It's me playing the guitar there, but this is just all kind of the prices and all kind of shit. I'll show it someday. Because I actually got some shit to show, and I'll show my own. Here is actually there's a real mixtape. Where the fuck is my records? Where the fuck are my records? There, yeah. Oh, my records was there. I don't know if you can see it. If you look close on the 100 bills, can you see what that face is? Can you see who that face is? That's me, motherfuckers. That's the first album I made. Since you asked, actually, that's the first I dropped. Um, and this I dropped too. But that's not only me. I'm on this one. There was dropped. There was a TV show, and they got all the best um, songs from that TV show. It's called Coming Up. That's the cover. See, and then I got a new. That's the last thing I've made. Um, it is me. I love fucking fun sometimes. No, but fortunately, I'm fucking stupid. I don't know. Actually, I'm not allowed to go this way. But you know, I've been living here so long, so long, all by my lonesome. No, what the fuck is these bikes? Do you have them all? You know, then they take this battery. They take it with them. But you see, there's the recent shit. They drive fast, kind of fast, not fast, but you know what I mean. It's faster than if you just were using your legs. You know what I mean? That would be kind of. Yeah, it's me, man. Did you first see it was me on that record? You know, my first album. You see, when you catch me in the morning, Carl, I show shit. You know, and probably make a lot of people weird. Why is he showing that? It's not a part of him anymore. Yeah, right. Yeah, right. Yeah, some kind of right. I got a toothache, so my energy level it rises and then it falls like coolish. Yeah, it is kind of coolish. Uh, but I Expo '96. That was an album that was cool because and I made a hit called Any Way You Want. I think you could find that someplace. Yeah, exactly, Carlton. That's right. Because you know when you've been playing, and there is some shit going on in the industry. People hating me because I did kind of a bitchy move. I don't know if it was bitchy, but this motherfucker, he 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 hires me because I'm real. I'm like, you can't get any more real than me when it comes to play the funk. So that guy who just wasn't ready to work with me was like, it's like bitch slapping me very hard. It's saying all the wrong things about me. So I'm kind of mad about that shit. Yeah, they did. Actually, they did. Called for a time. Last time it took 10 years. I don't give a fuck. And actually, I do give a fuck because it's like my work and but the real motherfuckers, like my idols, like they're like, hey, Max, don't you come up and play sometime soon? And it's like, yeah, yeah. But haven't you heard? No, and I don't give a fuck what I hear. See, that's the stars from when I was coming up. That was the guys I met, and I was looking very, I was very into these people. They were very gifted, and I wasn't. So I was very happy to be up there with them. I was gifted. I found out, but I didn't know I was that gifted. So it's just the bitch police in music, and then we have bitch police too. So when but I'll keep the heads ringing. I'll just play some other shit, and I have some ideas for how we can do it. But it is what it is. Well, Carl, thank you for staying here. I can see my phone is down. That's not good when you are having this kind of a telephone. Then I'll just be live. I can't. I wouldn't look. I couldn't close it. So bye, everybody. Bye, Carlton. It was nice having you here, man. Yeah, you too, man. Take care. Always nice having you here. Okay. Peace.